So, two pocket rockets getting ready to get it on at 122. Let's go to the numbers.
Yeah, let's take a peek. And when you look at these, the dimension of these two fighters are very similar. And they're both lefties. But the age difference could be a factor. Rivera, with those two long layoffs that Mauro alluded to, you know, he's now 32 years of age, and he knows his boxing biological clock is ticking. How much is he worn from those 32 years? We'll find out.
Here are the rules for our opening contest. There is no 3 knockdown rule, the same throughout the night. In California, the referee or doctor can stop the fight. The fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, except in the last round for this, the first fight of the night. Let's go to Hall of Fame ring announcer Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Premier Boxing Champions presents a big night of action coming your way, and it's all brought to you by Lions Only Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Showtime. And we extend a special welcome to the brave men and women serving around the world and joining us tonight on AFN, the American Forces Network. Well, fans, our opening attraction features super bantamweights in the ring. Introducing our 3 judges, scoring from ringside, all from California. We have Rudy Barragan, Carla Cais, and Tiffany Clinton. Introducing our 3rd man to the ring, the referee in charge of this bout, Gerard White. All right, fans, here we go. And Mexico versus Puerto Rico super bantamweight special attraction scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first, on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with gold trim, a southpaw battler from Toa Baja, Puerto Rico. He weighed in at 121 3/4 pounds. His record 19 wins, 2 losses, with 12 wins. Coming by way of knockout, introducing Emanuel Rivera. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with red and green trim, hailing from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. He weighed in at a ready 121 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with a record of 24 wins, no losses, 1 draw, with 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making his U.S. and Showtime debut, here's the undefeated WBA number 6 ranked world contender, introducing Kevin Chacal Gonzalez. Once again, a referee in charge. Now to give instructions, Gerard White.
Okay, guys, you have the rules in the dressing room. This is good right here. This is a little bit high. I'm going to let him work to about right here. Let's touch him up and we can go to work, fellas.
Referee Gerard White, 16 years pro experience, working his 268th professional fight. Gonzalez hoping that tonight will be the night that he shows everyone he is ready for the champions. Bell and round number 1. With the sun beginning to set here in Southern California, making for adventurous viewing of our monitors and maybe some of the sidelines here, still in one of the best fighting venues on the planet. And as you expect, with a couple of 122-pounders, they get it added immediately in the center of the ring.
Yeah, these are 2 fighters who will go at it. They're both aggressive. And I can't imagine that we're not going to see this kind of action for the entire fight, however long it lasts.
Stop!
A minute gone, and they've already combined to throw 68 total punches.
Yeah, both fighters being really busy. A little bit more from Rivera. You can see the feints there, waiting for mistakes. Great uppercut, combining his punches a lot more. Talking about Emanuel Rivera.
Beautiful hand speed on display from Kevin Gonzalez. Rivera facing his 4th consecutive southpaw opponent. So he is used to seeing the look that Gonzalez is giving him. As we pass the midpoint of this first frame.
We saw Gonzalez's uppercut. That is one of his major weapons. That and his right hook are really good power punches, and we'll be seeing those throughout the evening.
Yeah, again, this is the first round. He needs to get in a little bit more. Let go of the jab. Speaking of Gonzalez, there you go. You got to keep going with it, because there's times where he timids, you know, he waits too much, and Rivera takes advantage of that. There it is.
Beautiful. Tripling up on the jab and then landing the left hand for Kevin Gonzalez. Again, 24 years of age, and when you look at the 122-pound weight class, well, we are seeing the cream of the crop. Coming up on Showtime on June 4th, when Unified champ Stephen Fulton Jr. will defend against former Unified champ Daniel Roman. That's coming up June 4th from Minnesota.
And that's going to be all action, as is this one. These two lefties, we knew coming into this, they would probably stand in front of each other and bang away, and that is exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, Gonzalez fought 3 consecutive lefties from 2019 to 2021, so both of them have seen what the other presents as a good start to this first 3 minutes. They are warming up the engines, Kevin Gonzalez and Emanuel Rivera.
We'll take a look at what these men need to do. The body attack by Gonzalez, he started that in round number 1. He also showed us his uppercuts. He's got a terrific uppercut with either hand. And the right hook is a big power punch for him. So we'll see all of that, I think, as these rounds continue from him. As for Rivera, he wants to back Gonzalez up. Gonzalez doesn't fight that well going back. He wants to see if he can do that. The straight left is a good punch for Rivera. He landed that a couple of times. And don't leave any doubt. Listen, he's still smarting from that horrendous decision loss to Nate Green. And he said, I don't want to leave this fight in the judge's hands or leave any doubt that I won rounds.
Second stanza underway. Gonzalez at 122 pounds. Mexico's produced a plethora of world-class fighters at this weight class, and a couple of incredible rivalries. One's between Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera, and Rafael Marquez and Israel Vasquez. The third fight of their tetralogy was the 2008 fight of the year that happened right here.
What a special night. Yeah, all those guys are pretty good. Weren't they?
Let's not forget the likes of Daniel Zaragoza as well.
Same weight class too, 122.
Look at these guys on the inside. Both of these men are very good inside fighters, and you just have to admire them because they know how to go about their business in there.
Yeah, they're really good in the inside, but I favor Rivera in the outside. I like Rivera putting his punches together. Gonzalez does a really fine job right there with the body shot and uppercuts, as he was trying to land seconds ago.
Yeah, Rivera might need more space.
There, and he does it really well when he sets up the jab. Good uppercut, and it's there where you want to stay. Don't get in any closer.
Rivera's been a pro for a dozen years, but this is just his 4th fight scheduled for as many as 10 rounds. This is scheduled for 10, and double right hook behind the guard by Gonzalez. But Rivera right in front of him and landing shots upstairs and downstairs.
First fight for Gonzalez here in the United States, and he's hoping that he can make a name for himself here. And you know, he's got a tough guy in front of him for this first one in the United States. Good body work by Gonzalez.
And of course, Rivera wants to avoid lounging on the ropes. If you've got Gonzalez working the body and looking to rake you all over your anatomy with his punches.
Yeah, he's got to get out. If you're Rivera, you want to get out.
Sharp jab by Gonzalez.
Don't stay there.
And another sharp jab that stuns Rivera momentarily. So Gonzalez utilizing the stick to set up his offense, but Rivera giving as good as he is getting. And really, the numbers, even though we're, small sample size, highly competitive affair thus far, and they are chucking the leather.
Yeah, both are throwing and landing just about the same number, and there are a lot.
There's some blood coming out of the nose from Gonzalez already, and then that's from the jab that Rivera has been landing. When he sets his punches up at that distance, he does really good. But again, Gonzalez makes it difficult for him because of the pressure. There it is, the uppercuts.
Yeah, Gonzalez already leaking like a political document with 15 seconds left here in the second stanza.
Let's all hail the first analogy.
Left hook to the body, right uppercut by Rivera. And what makes it even better, a super topical reference these days in the good old US of A as we go to round 3. All right, let's bring in our Hall of Famer, boxing historian, Steve Farhood.
Mo, the Dignity Health Sports Park, formerly known as Home Depot Center, and before that, the Stuff Up Center. We call it the Punch Bowl, and it has given us so many great fights, including 3 fights of the year. This arena opened 19 years ago. This is the 53rd show, and these are the 3 fights that were fights of the year. In 2013, Timothy Bradley, he took a knee with 10 seconds left in the final round. Got up to beat Provodnikov on points. Lucas Matisse and Molina both down 2 times in their junior welterweight fight. And Francisco Vargas and Orlando Salido in a draw in a 130-pound title fight. That was a brutal, brutal fight. The Punch Bowl keeps delivering, Mo.
That it does, and we are already seeing punches in bunches as we get set for this next round of action between Emanuel Rivera, looking for his 3rd straight victory against the unbeaten Kevin Gonzalez.
Gonzalez made it a point to tell us when we all met with him at the fighter meetings, endurance and conditioning was going to be important in this fight. And now we know why. He knew it was going to be this kind of struggle. And he said, I've trained very hard, and I feel like I'm in the best condition I've been in, and he's going to need it.
When you announce the number 122, you know you're going to be in that kind of a struggle in this division for sure. 30 seconds gone here in the 3rd, and again, they are face to face. And there's again the jab from Gonzalez has proven to be an effective weapon. And boy, has he thrown and landed a little bit more than Rivera. But they are so close. It's a close encounter of the 122-pound kind with that right hook lands upstairs for Gonzalez.
Yeah, Gonzalez's power punches are the right hook and the uppercut. Those are the 2 things that, if he can land those, they're going to be excellent for him.
And again, they both have their moments.
Yeah,
Rivera, when he's at that range right there at that distance, he lets go of his hands and he lands really well. Jab. But again, Gonzalez, what he needs to do and what he's doing fine at moments is the pressure. There it is. You're getting close. You let your punches go, body shot, and combinations.
And both camps telling us that when their respective fighter smells blood, they both go for it, and that's why they are going for it from the get-go. 1.5 minutes left here in the 3rd. Left uppercut on the exit from Gonzalez. There's a lead left from Rivera that lands. It appears Gonzalez, and again, small sample size, a little quicker than Rivera.
Maybe, yeah, possibly. I mean,
especially with the jab, it seems to be getting there a little quicker. And
yeah, could be.
I honestly think that Rivera is faster.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, but Gonzalez, he throws more. He's landing a lot more punches. He seems busier.
That's why you were the multiple-time champion, and that's why I'm a former radio and club DJ. 1 minute left here in the 3rd.
But like when you have Gonzalez letting his punches go like he's doing right now, of course he looks really fast and really well. And that's what you want to do. You want to close that gap, get inside.
And the fact that both of them have not abandoned the jab, using it really effectively despite it being a close quarters contest.
That's really a good point. And you see Rivera there using it exceptionally well.
And now Rivera utilizing the jab, trying to keep Gonzalez at bay. Gonzalez digging to the body.
You know, this is an example of a fight. Sometimes you watch boxers on video and they're either better or worse than you think. These guys are better than the video that we saw.
100%.
And of course, limited amount of tape, knowing that they are both taking huge steps up, and just the the venue and the platform.
Bebo, what's going on with you? Come on, take a little air. What's happening with you? You need to breathe deep. What's happening? Are you listening to me? What's happening with you? That's it? You're done? You can't? No, you're good? All right, so then fight like you're good.
Talk about tough love.
The jab. The jab. You need to keep working with the jab. Okay? First work the shoulder, work at his arms, and then start work with the jab. Come on, you're alive. Let's go. So keep on. Tell me that you came here to win. Come on, some water here. Don't come here like a mediocre fighter. You came here to win. You came to win or what? So let's go.
Wow. These guys, both corners are tough.
They're hard to please, them.
My goodness, round number 4. Here we are singing the praises of the output, the action, and the corners, not so much. They want more.
They're not suppressed, apparently.
I could agree a little bit more with Rivera's corner because he is getting trapped. He's getting put to the ropes from the pressure from Gonzalez. But Gonzalez, I think he's doing a good job. But maybe he could do more. We don't know.
Well, it's kind of what we're expecting in our main event tonight, isn't it? Between Charlo and Castaño, the rematch where they both were fantastic in that incredible fight last July, but in the end, a split draw, and both of them have promised to deliver the knockout in our main event tonight to hopefully determine the first undisputed male champion at 154 pounds. But here Gonzalez and Rivera continue to exchange punches. Gonzalez delivering a little bit more.
And I gotta say, Mo, that Gonzalez is looking a lot faster now than Rivera, and that's because Rivera he seems to be a little tired now from the pressure from Gonzalez. So, I want to give you that.
Good man, Abner Mares. 1:45 left here in the 4th. And you want to make adjustments as the fight progresses. Hard to make adjustments when you're just being yelled at in the corner by your trainers. But in terms of look at the numbers here, power punches.
Yeah, obviously Gonzalez with the edge there. Rivera is trying from long range in this round to do a little better.
They're actually even now with power punches.
Yeah, they are, exactly. But they're not. He's not landing as well as he would like from the outside. So he's trying to keep that distance.
Yeah, you're right about that. He was doing good in the first couple of rounds. Great distance, but he seems to be getting a little tired.
Gonzalez pumping the jab. Rivera utilizing footwork, trying to find some kind of angle, and yet Gonzalez comes forward. 1-2, there's a nice left uppercut and a straight left by Gonzalez, and a couple of short rights on the inside by Rivera, but it's Gonzalez with the more eye-catching shots.
Short punches from Rivera, but like you said, Gonzalez is a lot faster throwing. His combination is really good, and I like how he does a little sidestep. When he does it really fine. There you go. You want to, especially because Gonzalez is going to try to land those short punches. You want to get out.
Gonzalez has shown good defense at range in this round. Rivera has made Rivera miss a lot.
So as we wind up the 4th round, still very close fight, although in this round, Gonzalez 14 of 54, Rivera 7 of 40 in terms of total punches landed and thrown.
Some action between these two. There's been a lot of back and forth action. We talked about the uppercut. Well, there's the two keys to victory. The straight left hand of Rivera and the uppercut of Gonzalez. So those are the two punches we thought they would have to land. And then good work on the inside there by Rivera. Even though it wasn't Rivera's best round, he did get some things done.
In the great outdoors, Dignity Health Sports Park War Grounds, we call it the Punch Bowl. And hey, it's a good thing there is no roof, because the action year usually tends to blow the roof off anyway. So saving a lot of money. It is one of the great venues in fighting, as we've talked about the many fights of the year that have taken place here. We could see candidates here tonight. Carson Classics, there have been plenty, and as we begin round 5, you know, Gonzalez should have no problem going the full 10. He trained at high altitude, 10,000 feet above sea level in Jiquipilco, Mexico.
And of course, Julio Cesar Chavez, the most famous resident of Culiacan, he and the Gonzalez camp friendly with him, and he'll be watching this young man to see how he does. Rivera's come out in this round with a lot of conviction and throwing some pretty good punches. Let's see if he can continue it as the round goes on. Nice work.
Rivera getting busier, and Rivera putting together 3-punch combinations. There's a lead right hook upstairs by Gonzalez, leaning in, digging away now, forehead to forehead, and they just continue to chuck leather, trying to break the other down, imposing their will and skill.
Beautiful. Rivera's doing a really fine job with the uppercut. He's counter-punching a little bit more in this round. Speaking from Rivera.
Yeah, the only danger for Rivera, I think, is he's throwing that uppercut from pretty far out, and the right hook could counter him.
Yeah, you want that uppercut to come to you, right?
Yeah, a little closer range.
But he is being smarter. He's not throwing as many punches because he can't. You know, you can't be a bowling puncher against a bowling puncher like Gonzalez is.
Yeah. Nice
pick
right
your
hook
shots
upstairs by Rivera.
Just like that. You want to pick your shots if you're the older Rivera.
But it's Gonzalez again, has a real sharp, strong jab.
This has been the best stretch for Rivera, though, in the last couple rounds. We'll see if he can continue it as the round, with the last second half of the round.
And that's all the experience right there you're seeing from Rivera. See, not much landed from Gonzalez. He's holding him off. He's going to throw power shots now, speaking from Rivera.
Yeah, Rivera lands a right hook on the exit. Upstairs, a minute left here in the 5th. So better round for Emanuel Rivera.
Yeah, subtle shift in this fight. We'll see if it continues, but right now Rivera has been really looking sharp in this round.
Nice. Wait for Gonzalez to make the mistakes. He rushed in. He missed those 2 shots. There you go. You want to land the left hand. No volume, but effective punches from Rivera.
And a lead right hook from Gonzalez. Lands a 1-2 from the southpaw stance. Continues to keep Rivera at bay with the jab. We are through the first half of the scheduled 10-round, 122-pound contest. It's a good one between Kevin Gonzalez and Emanuel Rivera. Speaking.
Seconds down. Six.
The second half of this 122-pound tilt begins between 24-year-old Kevin Gonzalez, undefeated at 24-1 with 13 KOs, and the 19-2 Emanuel Rivera, the 32-year-old with 12 knockouts, being worn now. Gonzalez by the referee, white.
Gonzalez was able to spar with Emanuel Rodriguez, who was a 118-pound champion, and he thought that sparring was helpful to him.
Wow, wide punches from Rivera. Going to work with the uppercuts, and something's got to give here.
Both men back to the punching, seek and destroy mode.
Let's bring in our unofficial scorer, Steve Farhood. Steve, how do you have it at the midpoint?
Well, Mo, before I give you my scores, I want to apologize. You know, the 2008 fight of the year, Vasquez-Marquez 3, was also at this venue. It was an unforgettable fight, and yet I managed to forget about it, so I apologize for that. But as far as this fight goes, clearly Rivera won the first round and the 5th. I gave Gonzalez the middle, the 2, 3, and 4 rounds, based on his hand speed and power punching. So I think this fight is still to be determined. The winner still will emerge over the second half of the fight.
Oh, wow. What an exchange here between Gonzalez and Rivera. Both of them taking turns and really landing some flush shots.
Well,
Neither have been down in their careers.
No, exactly. And we talked about the left, straight left for Rivera. He's really finding that punch now. When he's at range, he's able to do that. You know,
there's that right uppercut by Rivera.
Gonzalez talked to us about conditioning. It's going to come into play here.
It is. And that left that you're talking about works for Rivera. Either if Gonzalez comes in or he pulls back straight.
Yes, either one. Yeah, it's a counter punch or when he's pulling back. Wow, what a round.
Good work here. Oh, and that right hand momentarily stunned Rivera. Rivera doing a lot of good work here in the 6th. A minute left in this frame.
Yeah, did that right hook change things?
It seemed
to have changed the tempo, especially Rivera. There's no doubt his body language indicates that he was stunned by that shot. And now as he tries to collect his wits, trying to maybe unload something here. Oh, whoa, he was setting him up there for a stone-cold stunner. What was Rivera thinking of there?
Hey, when you're hurt like that, you try to do anything to get away.
So Rivera had such a good first 2/3 of this round that it would be hard, I think, for Gonzalez to still win this round, even with the one good punch he threw, but we'll see.
The one punch with the potential to change the complexion of a fight. That's boxing. And again, wide punches from Rivera as we go to round 7.
Well, Rivera had a terrific beginning to this round, and really the first 2/3 of the round. On the inside here, after good body work by Gonzalez, he would land this, and then there's the straight left hand that bounced off the head of Gonzalez, and Rivera later on. Here comes the right hook from Gonzalez, and you could see that made Rivera stumble. That was after Rivera had done tremendous work in this round. Was it enough to give Gonzalez the round? Probably not, but as Mauro pointed out, that can change a fight when you land a punch with that power. We'll see if it does. And by the way, being Steve Farhood means never having to say you're sorry.
Amen to that. We covered all the bases.
Mouthpiece. Out of here. Mouthpiece.
Well, the NBA and NHL have produced a fiesta of Game 7s this weekend, and this fight, well, hopefully providing some 7 heaven of its own, because these two have definitely gone toe-to-toe, and it is now round 7 of this 122-pound battle. Gonzalez on the attack.
Wow, I was going to say you want to take control of the pace, the rhythm of the fight, but it's so hard. If you're Rivera, you just can't.
Well, because each round, a new guy comes out with energy, doesn't he? Yeah, this is really a good fight. And you know, these two guys, they're not on the upper echelon of the 122-pound division necessarily, but I'm going to tell you, they're good fighters.
Yeah.
They're good fighters.
If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken, but I think Kevin Gonzalez is ranked number 6 by WBA. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Now, Gonzalez comes out as a righty. So we're seeing this for the first time, and he didn't give us any indication when we talked to him that he did fight.
And see, and that's the beauty about not knowing much about these fighters. You get to witness so many things. Look, Gonzalez, first fight in the States, coming out as a righty, doing a beautiful job as a left-hander. And we're seeing different faces, different rhythms each and every round.
Gonzalez started boxing when he was 9, Rivera at the age of 8, so their entire lives they have been in the ring and looking for an opportunity to change their life tonight.
And for Rivera, this fight's more important because
absolutely.
He had those 2 long layoffs in his career. Vital for him in his mind.
2 long layoffs and 2 defeats. And again, while we continue to advocate for the fact that a loss in boxing should not ruin your career, it is Gonzalez who comes in with the undefeated record, the 1 draw, but both fighters giving it all they have, and both of them looking to, again, be worthy of being here on this hallowed ground.
And both men showing the urgency that they need a win here tonight.
The much needed rest for both fighters, I think, this round.
Yes.
And Rivera now out throwing Gonzalez 2-1 in this round. So a turn of events in terms of the offense, but it's still, I believe, Gonzalez that seems to be landing the better thudding shots, the more impressive blows.
In this round a little bit.
Oh, there's some blood now around the eye of Gonzalez. 30 seconds left in the round.
And if you're Gonzalez, you're the younger fighter, you got to go out there and press the fight a lot more. Pressure Rivera, take him into deep waters as he has.
And Rivera gives him opportunity with that wide open lane in the middle. Some of these punches out very wide. And there's a nice left to the body by Gonzalez. And Gonzalez utilizing the real estate and footwork, trying to work behind the jab as Rivera lunging a bit with that combination. We're through 7.
I need a bench, Manuel.
Let's see the eye. It's no biggie, it's no biggie. Janko, we gotta keep pressuring him. You're saying okay, but you're not doing it. So you gotta do it. It looks like you're scared. Are you scared? No. So then you're not throwing the way you need to throw. He's touched already. Downstairs, you can keep working it.
Okay.
This may be where the cut on the right eye of Gonzalez took place. There is the left hand, and I think the blood will start here. Yeah. Very great replay, but it folks in the truck as always. And that is where that cut came for Gonzalez. By the way, neither man has lost in a 10-round fight. 2-0 for both of them in 10-rounders.
Yeah, Gonzalez, last time he was cut was against Ivan Morales, really arguably his biggest victory over the former title challenger and the brother of Mexican standout at 122 pounds, Eric Morales.
We could sit here and name great Mexican fighters.
And Puerto Rico, I mean, Mexico and Puerto Rico. We got Wilfredo Gomez, Salvador Sanchez, Gomez, Carlos Zarate. But hey, the families of Gonzalez and Rivera want us to talk about them.
Yeah, and by the way, we're talking about legends. Rivera was formerly promoted by Miguel Cotto.
Who was involved in a great Mexican-Puerto Rican rivalry match with Canelo Alvarez.
You are correct, sir.
And there's a right uppercut on the inside by Rivera. Rivera changing the tempo, not delivering everything with full power, varying the tempo of his punches.
Yeah, changing
and the speed.
Tempo. And the tempo is changing in favor, I believe, Rivera.
Right hand to the body by Rivera, making that investment late in the fight.
Both men have done pretty good body work over the course of this fight.
Right on cue. And uppercuts too from both sides.
Both men,
And jab. I mean, really, both have done a good job.
Yeah, you look at the stats. I mean, throughout the facets of the fight, they've tried to impose their will in all areas.
And you know, to show you the closeness, Gonzalez, according to show stats, has landed 107 punches, Rivera 98. Now, the way you score a fight is whether, and you see Steve scoring, is what rounds were those punches distributed in. So, but nonetheless, it's clearly not, you know, it's a pretty close fight. And I might quibble, there was one round that Steve scored for Gonzalez that I might go for Rivera, so I might have it a little closer.
Haters gonna hate. A minute left here in the 8th between Gonzalez and Rivera.
Thank you for causing a rift between us.
Hey, they call me the spook. Let's stir it up as these two stir it up in the center of the ring. Nice exchange there between Rivera and Gonzalez. Rivera standing his ground and saying, bring it on.
And see what I mean? Gonzalez comes back with his own punches. When he puts up pressure, and he's a body puncher and pressure, he does really well, but Rivera always has something to answer with.
Nice straight left by Rivera there a moment ago.
Gonzalez trying to come in underneath, go to the body. Rivera wants to keep him at bay with the jab. There's a lead right from Gonzalez.
Close round.
Close fight.
Yeah.
And we are headed to the, are you ready for it, Al? Penultimate round.
Thank you.
meter presión, Chacal. Este es tu
You gotta put
momento,
pressure.
hijo.
This is your moment. Let's
Es tu
go,
momento.
Jacko. Come on.
Es tu momento,
This is
mi
your
rey.
moment. Let's go, my king. Let's go.
No me, okay.
Don't
No.
tell me okay.
Vamos,
You gotta go and do it.
No, cabrón, usted es un
All right?
guerrero.
You're a warrior.
Usted es un guerrero.
You're a warrior.
Las manos bien arribita.
The
arribita.
arms upstairs
Y
and then work the
Y
body.
cuando esté la
He's
suya,
soft there.
por allá, vamos. Mira,
Bebo, listen to me. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. Let's go.
Él está cogido. Tú lo
You can get him. You can get him. He's already tired. Let's go.
¿Está bien?
Are you okay?
¿Tú me estás escuchando?
Are you listening to me? Bebo, let's go. Put pressure on.
Tonight's trainer tracks should go viral on TikTok. My goodness. Ninth round scheduled for 10. Kelvin Gonzalez looking to remain undefeated against a determined Emanuel Rivera, looking to make the most of an opportunity that he has admitted will change the course of not only his career but his life. He has 2 children, a 12-year-old daughter and an 11-year-old son. Gonzalez, meanwhile, lives with his girlfriend. He has 2 kids as well, a 9-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter. So not only looking to feed their families, but feed their resumes and move up the rankings of what is a tough division, 122 pounds.
Yeah, that's for sure. And both these men, Jacob Nahar and also Emanuel Rivera, the trainers, are good trainers for both these fighters.
And a good burst of offense from Kevin Gonzalez.
See what I mean? When Gonzalez lets his hands go, he's really effective. And Rivera took control of the round,
yes,
really.
He did.
He came out pressuring Rivera.
And there's a couple of right and a left uppercut that tagged the jaw of Rivera, but Gonzalez now getting busier here. Walking down, bullying Rivera along the ropes, digging to the body.
Rivera came out in this round, as Abner said, like he was going to be the boss, and Gonzalez completely turned it around on him.
And it takes a few punches for you to notice that you can do that and should do that. And I think Gonzalez just witnessed that and is notice of that. So I hope he continues.
Across the midpoint of the 9th round, Gonzalez going to the body, Rivera going upstairs.
But like we mentioned, Rivera he always has something to reply with.
Yeah, he's been answering, and now he throws that nice
Yeah, they exchange uppercuts, and there's a nice short left by Gonzalez that landed upstairs. Short right uppercut. Combinations by Gonzalez, splitting the guard of Rivera. A minute left in the 9th.
This is a fun boxing match to watch. I mean, I'm just thoroughly enjoying it.
And they seem to be enjoying it as well because they're about to cross a statistic that will indicate why you're enjoying yourself, Al. They're combined to throw 1,000 punches.
And you got to give it to Rivera prior to, from 2017 to 2021, 4 years out of the business, out of boxing, and to come back and see it like this
Twice over
yeah.
3-year hiatuses. So yeah, you're right, Abner. Again, making the most of an opportunity, but is it enough with 10 seconds left in the 9th? It could very well come down to the final 3 minutes, and both Gonzalez and Rivera are ready to rock each other one more time.
Okay, take the protector off. Take a nice deep breath. You can still get him. There's one more round left. We have 3 minutes. Bebo, 3 more minutes. Just you gotta come with everything for these last 3 minutes. Let's do it. Last round, you can change your destiny. What you do in this round will change your destiny. What you change in this round will change your destiny. Or they will eat, or your kids will eat. This is for all your family.
Motivational words from Jacob Najar, the 36-year-old trainer of Kevin Gonzalez. Emilio Lozada, the trainer of Emanuel Rivera. It's come down to this final 3 minutes of our opening contest here at 122 pounds. Rivera busy from the bell.
And I don't think the coaches are wrong either quarter. I think this round is really important for both sides. And great work from Felix De Jesus.
Yes. Good point.
Yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that, Abner Morris.
Stop.
You are never lost in translation with Felix De Jesus. All right, Gonzalez stalking Rivera. There's a right uppercut just above the bell line and a left hand by Rivera. And there's a nice left curling behind the guard. And
if you're Rivera right now, you want to invest in landing a really big straight left hand that could change things here. And he's trying it.
Yeah, nice clean punch from Rivera.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
And he has in the past, in a few rounds. So this is a really important round.
Right uppercut attempt, another right uppercut attempt by Rivera, but the hand speed and combinations on display of Gonzalez.
Gonzalez has shown us a little bit better in the combination department than Rivera, although Rivera's shown some good ones as well.
Yeah, it seems like once you want to get someone to compliment the other guy.
Exactly. My kind of fight, right?
And Gonzalez is landing a third of his punches in this round, 11 out of 33, so he's having himself a pretty good run. Both men still trying to get those big uppercuts in as well.
Both wanting to make a big closing statement as we close in on the final minute of the 10th and final round.
You can sense what Rivera's trying to do there with the jab, waiting for Gonzalez to come in and catch him, like you mentioned, now with the left.
Yeah, he's hoping one big left hand could maybe cause a knockdown or even a knockout. But he hasn't really hurt Gonzalez badly yet in this fight.
Rivera on the attack, less than 30 seconds left, backing up Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a short right hook and a left hand. Bell to bell. Nothing but action between Kevin Gonzalez and Emanuel Rivera, throwing for combined well over 1,000 punches and worthy of being here at the Punch Bowl.
Good for them. Good for them. Whoever wins this fight, these two fighters comported themselves very well here tonight.
I think they both won tonight, really.
Yeah.
In my eyes and the public's, it was a great fight for both.
Kevin Gonzalez climbing his corner, hoping that he has recorded his 25th victory, remaining unbeaten in his first fight here in the U.S., looking to make inroads in a division that is as competitive as they come. Emanuel Rivera, the 32-year-old, knowing that this could be his lone opportunity to make a name for himself, hoping he's done that.
The numbers are compelling in this fight. First, because of what Mauro alluded to, the activity. They're combining for over almost 1,100 punches, and 41% of the power punches landed by Gonzalez. Of course, anything north of 40% is very, very good. Rivera also had a lot of success. The margin of what was landed, not monstrous, but it might be enough to give Gonzalez the win.
And don't forget, the body shots landed a big edge for Gonzalez, and I know you want, judges to count all clean and effective punching, and we know how much the body work can be of value. And let's get the official decision. Here is the always styling and profiling Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, after 10 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Rudy Barragan, scores the bout 96-94. Carla Kais sees it 97-93. And Tiffany Clinton scores the action 98-92. All three in favor of the winner, Kevin El Chacal Gonzalez.
Kevin Gonzalez had to work every single second of that 30-minute bout to remain unbeaten. Picks up the unanimous decision win to improve to 25-0-1 against a valiant Emanuel Rivera, who drops to 19-3, and yet still showcasing his heart and receiving some praise as well as he makes his way out of the ring, having tasted defeat. But as you guys mentioned, a terrific fight.
He announced himself to fans that haven't seen him that even at age 32, he's still got something in the tank.
Yeah, like I said, both fighters won tonight, really. Obviously, there's got to be a winner walking out, and I don't think they got the wrong one.
No.
Great win from Gonzalez.
Let's bring in our unofficial scorer, Steve Farhood, to review the scores.
Well, Mo, we start by looking at the official cards. You see that there were 2 points, 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 4 points, and 6 points for Gonzalez. The judges had Gonzalez fairly comfortably ahead at the halfway mark, and he kept that lead throughout the fight. As far as my card, I was kind of all over the map. I don't think either fighter got too much momentum built with consecutive rounds, although I did give Gonzalez 3 in a row in rounds 2, 3, and 4. So Gonzalez pretty much won this fight by the halfway mark, as it turned out, in a good competitive fight, a lot of back and forth action.
24 years of age, Kevin Gonzalez, a pride and joy of Culiacan, Mexico, but announces his arrival here in his U.S. debut, picking up a much-needed victory.